Emphasizing starting your own business is about creating lifestyle that are allowed with one's value and aspiration. It's also about achieving balance where work and personal life is coexist in harmony. And also when the dream are not just a dream, but it's envisioned with reality. Welcome back to Stanford with Nikkei's, guys. In Stanford with Nikkei's, we love to inspire, enlighten, and motivate you guys. This is Nikkei.
And I am Adenike. To do that once again, today we have a beautiful lady among us, one of us, a successful digital business owner. It's our pleasure to welcome to our platform, Adedoyin. Excited to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us today, sis. So for those of you that are watching us, so as you guys know, we're in US and Sister doing is from UK. So that is how worldwide we are. Like we always say, we're global and we are global. Sis, kindly please introduce yourself to our audience and let us know how this business journey began.
Right. Like I said, thanks for having me. And yes, I'm in the UK, and it's lovely to connect with you, lovely ladies, as well. Yes, so my name is Adetoyin. Like you said, I live in the UK. I've been here for so many years. I actually came shortly after I finished my medical training in Nigeria, and I decided to come to the UK to specialize. To sort of drill down into a specialty. And yes, I came, I saw, I conquered, I got to the pinnacle of my career, and things were okay. I mean, but I just didn't have the time to spend with my family, the time to spend doing the things we all enjoy doing, traveling, just living a normal life. Because when you're a doctor, I'm a doctor, as you might guess. Your job is your vocation, so you just do whatever needs to be done, and that very much would entail being absent from home during Christmas, family events, birthdays, and I just got fed up of it. I said to myself, especially when we had COVID and I saw what happened, and I just said, this is the only life we have. We have to live it. So I decided I needed something to replace my work income if I was going to reduce my hours. So I set out to work part-time, and I'm so happy to say now I only do 3 days a week. I only work 3 days a week as a doctor, and the rest, the income is supplemented from my digital business. And yes, so it's just been marvelous, and I'm just so happy to share with anyone who's also looking for a way to leverage the online space and something on the side, either supplement, even replace your income as well from this business model.
Amazing. So when you were talking, my mind was kind of flashing back to when we were little, and our parents wanted us to be this, to be that, and to be one of those, number one of any of the professions. Táwọn parents wa máa ní, ẹ lọ sí school, ẹ lọ kàwé, I'm trying to be as clear and as raw, is number one profession they will pick is, come on, be the doctor, to be a medical doctor. And here you are. So I don't, what is going on? I'm trying to feel you. I'm trying to, you finally became a medical doctor. You became the dreams that your parents wanted you to be. It was their greatest joy. Even for you, you felt like, finally, I've become a doctor. So what happened along the line that a medical doctor started thinking about finding a side hustle? Let me start from there. That is my number one question. After you answer this, I'll come back to the second question.
Okay. Well, I think I touched on it a little bit in my intro there. So, really, like you said, medicine was my parents' choice for me. That is the first thing to say. Medicine was my parents' first choice. I remember, I was doing sciences in school, and automatically it was, you're doing either medicine or dentistry, and I said, okay, I don't like looking in people's mouths. I'll do the medical, course. So for me, it's always been a struggle because I've always been entrepreneurial at heart. I I like business. I enjoy business. That has always been my passion. And along the way, yes, I have tried other things, but they just didn't work out for me. So yes, it's almost like satisfying that dream I had when I was young to become, a business owner, an entrepreneur. And yeah, I just found the perfect opportunity when this business came my way.
Amazing. So my second question, thank you for touching that. What was it about this business? You said you've tried other things. What was this? What was it about this particular business that made you to say, I'm going to go for this?
Right. Yes. So I'm sure that, I'll speak Yoruba here. Okay. So as they say, when Entoban Wanko Tiobati debiton Lokodituro. Yeah. So that was my story. I was searching, looking, I knew there was something that was out there for me that wouldn't take much of my time, that, I could do without, and that would be legitimate, because obviously that's important to me. So along the way, yes, I was beaten a few times. I lost some money, just like, but then this business came up. And first of all, I was drawn to it because the person who was talking about her own experience was similar to me. She's in the healthcare profession. She's of Nigerian descent. And I just felt, this is someone like me. And she will not lead me down the wrong path. You know what I mean? So I was drawn to it. And then, of course, like everybody else, I took a closer look. And I saw that actually it was something I could do just a few hours here, a few hours there, and it wouldn't really interrupt with my, my day-to-day family life and, work. Then I was still working full time. So I thought, yeah, let me, this looks interesting. And then, of course, the other thing about this business was that they said, oh, if you try it for 30 days, you come and see what we do. If you don't like it, you get your money back. So for me, it was a win-win. It was like, okay, so I can actually come in, have a look, and then decide if I want to carry on or not.
Yeah.
So all those things just made it a no-brainer for me. I thought, I have nothing to lose here. At the end of the day, it's my decision. I can do my due diligence. I can find out if this will work for me. And of course, when I came in, I was wowed. I said, where have I been? I was like, where have I been all this time? How come I don't know this is going on in my backyard? So
it's another feeling of feeling left out. I felt like I have the same feeling when I find out about this business. Thank you so much. Okay, let me do it in a proper way, Dr. Adetoyin. I said this purposely. As a nurse, I work with so many doctors, of course, as the same thing as Sister Nike. We know what is going on in healthcare, and especially our people here in overseas. I understand how doctors work. We nurses said that nurses work, but doctor work. I mean, like 48 hours on call, two doctor works, and consultants and whatever. Like, I don't see life when it comes to doctor. And I understand that our doctors, the doctor, the stigma, everybody wanted to live to the extent. So it's taking too much of times. And I feel like everybody is just living at their workspace. But I wanted to applaud you. Oh my God. You are working 3 days a week as a doctor? That is a huge accomplishment. Oh my goodness. Wow. I am so happy for you. I mean, like, that is a huge accomplishment. I can just not mention that. However, like, I wanted you to touch this in this because we are all in healthcare and we have licenses to protect. And that speaks enough of the legitimacy of this business, because if it's not something that is legitimate. We cannot never ever involve in this. so talking about being legitimate and what this business can do for you, you are literally a huge an example. If nobody actually understand how your profession works. So I want you to talk a little bit about this because we're not going to take a whole lot of your time. So please elaborate a little bit about this
Okay.
topic.
Right. I mean, yeah, like you said, I mean, doctors and nurses yourselves, we all work extra hard. And, we don't even look at it as a job. It's a vocation. You're just there to help. And that is the other thing I like about this business, because I look at it as, in my normal career, I'm helping people. And here I'm helping people with their health. And
Yes.
now I'm actually helping people with their wealth as well. So again, it's not a departure from what I'm used to doing. Okay. And so yeah, it was in my mind, it was an easy transition for me, because again, it's all about helping people be the best version of themselves, at the end of the day. So yeah, and of course, we all have our certificates to protect. So if this is not a legitimate business, we would all not be coming out and saying, hey, I remember one of my mentees, or one of my business partners, I should say, she's started her business a while ago. So she said she actually went to check my name on the medical council to make sure that what I was saying was true, that I was a doctor. So again, it just shows you that we're out here, people, we're showing our faces, we're, mentioning our names, and people can actually check us out and say, is this person who she says she actually is, And we can do that because we know that we're working with a legitimate, we're running legitimate businesses. We're not, we're very proud to say we're digital business owners. Yeah. So yeah, I think, that speaks for it all.
Thank you so much, Dr. Adedoyin. Yes, we have to put that there. And I really admire your humility, your demeanor. It's amazing. I hope all of us can learn one or two things from that. So touching on people who are skeptical, what do you have to say to them? That is number one of my question. Number two of my question is, how do you juggle busy schedule? A mom, a doctor, a digital business owner, and all of that. How? And for people who feel like they are so busy, they are so preoccupied. Me ò ní time for business in here. I'm so many things. What do you have to say to them, please?
Okay, so I'll touch on the time first of all. So yeah, I mean, that is one of the advantages of this business, actually, that the fact that you don't spend so much time on it. Of course, like everything else, when you're doing your training in the beginning, because it's a new skill, you have to learn. Okay, we you put in some time, but once you're up to speed, actually you're just spending little pockets of time here and there, running your business alongside what you're doing. So with regards to home life and balancing everything, actually at this point, it's become part of me. My business is now part of me. So I don't actually separate it from myself. I'm doing my business. I'm, doing household things, because it's one that you can operate from a smartphone. So it goes everywhere with you. You don't have to sit behind a computer. You don't have to dedicate a specific, special, it's not like when you have a job, you have to leave your home and physically go somewhere. So you can be with your family, you can be doing the things you enjoy, and your business is doing, the work there in the background. And of course, we work with business systems, they're automated. So again, that means that, we don't actually have to be physically present in, all the business activities. Things are just going on in the background, and we're not even aware of it most times until we get, an email or text message notification of something that's happened in our business, which is always a good news. Yeah, so your first question, I think, what was the first one?
It's about for those who are
skeptical. Yes. Okay. Right. Now, I really like this question because it's okay to be skeptical. That is what life is about. Okay. it's fine because you're approached with something new. But what I say is, find out, do your due diligence, come in, check it out, ask questions, and like I said, we even have this 30-day opportunity for you to come in, look at what we do, find out, talk to people, and then you decide. And of course, if you don't like what you see, which I can't understand why you wouldn't, but if you don't like what you see, then you can always get your, your deposit or whatever, your registration fee, you get it back. So being skeptical doesn't help anyone in the long run. It's okay to be skeptical because you want to find out more, but in the long run, you have to get over it and just come in and, find out whatever the business is about.
Okay, so this one might be the hard part of it. All right, Doc. Ẹ bá wa sọ àwọn èèyàn wa, ẹ bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ ní èdè wa Yorùbá. I mean, like Yorùbá, Kọ̀rọ̀ǹgàdà. So ẹ bá àwọn èèyàn wa sọ̀rọ̀, because we have people that, even though they already say, oh yeah, you're our people, you're this and that, and there is still that something that is holding them. We can literally say, okay, you need to step out of your comfort zone, but then they were still there, but they wanted to do something, but they are still there. People here. I mean, like, this business is too sweet. And then we are just bringing this good news to everybody doorstep, like, hey, listen, come and check this out. So, Kileni, so far people here, and then your last advice for them before we wrap up.
Okay, so ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa, ẹ̀rí wa ń bì ẹ̀dẹ̀ rójú wa, a lè jókòó síbi ká máa fún yín ní nǹkan tí ò ń ṣe tòótọ́. Gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń sọ yìí fún àǹfààní yín ni, so that ẹ mọ̀ pé ọ̀nà míì wà, kò ń ṣe pé kéèyàn máa ṣe làálàá kòókòó lọ síbi iṣẹ́ lójoojúmọ́. Ọ̀nà míì wà téèyàn fi lè jẹ ìgbádùn pẹ̀lú family, ìgbádùn pẹ̀lú ọmọ, ìgbádùn pẹ̀lú ará, and kò tiẹ̀ tún ṣe ẹnìkan, ẹ tún lè ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún àwọn ẹbí àti ará. So ẹ kàn wá wò, a mọ̀ pé kò ń ṣe gbogbo èèyàn náà ni ló máa fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan tá à ń sọ yìí, ṣùgbọ́n ẹ fúnra yín ní opportunity yẹn kẹ́ wò. Tó bá dẹ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ fún yín dáadáa náà ni, a fẹ́ kí gbogbo kájọ máa rẹ́rìn, kájọ máa kí ni wájọ máa dùpọ̀ náà láti wá síbí. So ẹ wá wò kẹ́, and as they say, my Yoruba.
Right.
Oh my God.
So before you give the last word, we have a question that we've started asking our guests. We know this business works. We know the compensation plan is out of this world. And by the way, for all those who are watching us and you are asking, how do you get started? It starts by you registering on any of our websites and watching our webinar. You watch the webinar and you take action, and then the rest is success. So back to what I was saying, we have the compensation is out of this world. It's amazing. It's mind-blowing. Besides the compensation, what is one thing that this business has done for you?
Oh, I always talk about the relationships I've made in this business. I've really developed very strong relationships with people across the board, and not just in the UK, but people in America, people, and it's purely because of this business that I've been able to come in contact with them. And of course, we keep growing. Well, you said one thing, but I'll just add this.
Go ahead.
We keep growing, personal development, just improving ourselves. It's just so fantastic that we have an opportunity where we can all interact, become close, and also develop skills along the way as well. So, yeah.
So when you say we keep growing, and I'm putting you on the spot, the training sites, what was it about our training sites, and how does that help people?
Well, the training site is fantastic because you don't need any previous qualifications. You don't need to know anything about, the internet or IT. So because it's just short videos, and basically you just watch and do, watch and do. So for me, again, it's such a leveler. It levels everybody. We all start at the same level, and we develop with time. So yeah, the training site is golden, and it keeps being updated. So again, you just know that everything you need to succeed is in this business here for you.
Awesome. And one last question. For those who are skeptical about the online space, and then èmi ò lè ṣe ojú mi o, èmi ò lè ṣe gbogbo eléyìí ká máa what do you have to say to them? Those who are afraid of being online, doing anything online, what do you have to say to them?
Yeah, I guess again, it's always about coming out of your comfort zone. We always say nothing exciting happens in your comfort zone. For me, I never did anything online. I wasn't a very big social media person, but I learned, and I realized that actually when we go online and just browse, we're wasting time. You could be earning money whilst doing all that.
Yes.
So why not? Why not take advantage of, and it's just something you learn. We're not doing anything, illegal, or we're not talking about anything negative. We're very positive, and we try and build people up in this business. So why wouldn't you want to be part of that?
Amazing. Amazing. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We appreciate it, sis. I mean, like, it's such an honor and privilege. Having you attending to us like this quickly, really appreciate you.
You're
And
welcome.
the audience that will be watching us, that you guys watching us now, you're watching us later on. Thank you for your time. We really appreciate you. In Stanford with Nikkei's, we cannot do this without you guys. Thank you so much. Like my business partner says, Sister Nikkei, check out our website. Pick one, register. We can go, we have access to watch our live webinar. You can also watch replay. We send you that information, and you'll see exactly what you are talking about, guys. It's 100% no-brainer. I mean, literally no-brainer. Our training site is like, oh my god. So guys, and if you say you don't have time, please come on. What do you want the doctor to say? So that time is there. Let's make that time. Otherwise, there won't be that time forever. So let's stop making the excuse and get into action and do this business, and you will be glad that you take that step.
Yeah.
So until next time, we see you again on Stamping with Naked. Thank you.
Dr. Adedoyin, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.